Hello, y'all. This is Julian Rico with the College Football Week 8 update. Currently, right now, watching the Steelers taking on the Jets Sunday Night Football game as they're going to halftime. The Steelers are up. The Jets are up 15-13 over the Steelers. So, got to see Devontae Adams in a Jets uniform. So, awesome to see that. Different setup. I got a soccer team in Barcelona. Baseball, shout out to baseball. The Miami Marlins. I'm going to do the big Yankees right here because I'm wearing a Charlotte FC uniform. Because for the Crown, they're in the playoffs and they're playing Orlando. Let's go, Charlotte FC. And then we got this football right here. So if you don't know what happened yesterday, I made the video, NBA predictions, and then one person calling me out saying, this football is gone? And now he's thinking, is he changing his team? I am not changing my team. So I said it yesterday, and I'll only say this just one last time. I'm still a Panthers fan, not going to change. Let's go to college football. Let's go. Fifth team in the country, Georgia, taking down Texas 30-15. Travis Etienne's brother, Trevor Etienne, 19 carries, 87 rushing yards, and 3 touchdowns on the ground. And this is a big win for Georgia. Of course, for the number one team in the country, Texas, it's a brutal loss. But that was against a good Georgia defense. I did not expect that defense to play that highly tech level, but they did. And so Georgia, the SEC title could be in the hands of you guys. Let's go to Louisville. Miami survived again for the third time, but this one against Louisville, 50-45. Cam Moore, 21 out of 32, 319 passing yards, and 4 touchdowns on the air. So Miami stay undefeated, and let's see if they can keep that up to get to Charlotte for the ACC title game. Number 7 team in the country, Alabama, lost to the 11th team in the country, Tennessee, 17-24. Running back for Tennessee, Sampson, 26 carries, 139 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. So Knoxville was partying. They were going to take that goalpost to the lake. Security said, not this time. You just had to ruin one of the best moments of college football. Come on, security. Meanwhile, for Alabama, the door of an SEC championship game is still open, but maybe that loss is really going to mean their chances for an SEC championship game is close. 8th team in the country, LSU, taking down Arkansas 34-10. 9th team in the country, Iowa State, survive against UCF 35-38. Clemson ran over Virginia 31-48. Notre Dame dominates Georgia Tech 31-13. Texas A&M in a 5-game winning streak, taking down the 1-6, 1-5 Mississippi State Bulldogs 34-24. The Hoosiers, shout out to the Indiana Hoosiers as they dominated Dylan Raiola and Nebraska 56-7. Their running back Ellison, 9 carries, 105 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Kansas State takes down Western Virginia 45-18. Auburn and Missouri, the rivalry we always talk about. It's some good rivalry games between those two. But Missouri prevails with a win 21-17 against Auburn. SMU traveling to Stanford, and they dominated Stanford 40-10. Finding Illinois upset takes down Michigan 7-21, and their first time beating them in 5 matches in their 5 games against Michigan in Illinois. So congratulations, Illinois! Big win for you guys. East Carolina falls to Army as Army stays undefeated 45-28. Navy also stays undefeated as they beat Charlotte 51-17. Other news, of course, East Carolina's head coach is fired, so that is something we're going to be hearing a lot in college football. Coaching news could change in college football. Here are these unranked games. Wisconsin taking on Northwestern 23-3. The Bruins of UCLA, former Panthers running back Sean Foster, has his first win in the Big Ten against a Rutgers team that is coming off a disappointing loss to Nebraska as they beat them 35-32. Wake Forest taking down UConn 23-20. Cincinnati upsets Arizona State 14-24. South Carolina dominated Oklahoma's defense, and they dominated on their offense as they beat Oklahoma 35-9. NC State survives against Cal 24-23. Houston falls to Kansas 42-14. How about the Terrapins of Maryland? Maryland getting a big win against USC 28-29. And the party in Maryland, oof, what a crazy night. Getting sleepy right now. But a big win for Maryland as they took down USC. Colorado taking down Arizona 34-7. Are they for real? A chance for a bowl eligible bowl game for them. Iowa falls to Michigan State 20-32 as Jonathan Smith and Michigan State looking to want to show everyone, including me, that this team could really be ready for the Big Ten next year or somewhere in the future. Florida, I picked Florida to beat Kentucky, and this happened 48-20. And TCU upsets Utah 13-7. Here are the shout-outs to the game. Shout out to East Michigan as they take down Central Michigan 34-38. Miami, Ohio. Miami, Ohio takes down Ohio 20-30. Buffalo taking down Western Michigan 48-40. Actually, Western Michigan taking down Buffalo 48-41. Tulsa the Rockets taking down Northern Illinois 13-6. How about shout out to the Baylor Bears, dominated Texas Tech 59-35. New Mexico taking down Utah State 50-45. Vanderbilt beats Ball State 24-14. We're going to get to them later on. Memphis taking down the Mean Green of North Michigan 44-52 in a classic game between these two. So, big win for them. Colorado State takes down Air Force 21-13, and UNLV gets back in the winning column against Oregon State 33-25. Here is the AP poll that was released today. Here it is. Start with top 10. Oregon is the new #1 team in the country. Georgia at number 2, up with +3. Penn State remains at 3. Ohio State as well. Texas falls -4 to number 5. Miami stays at 6. Tennessee up by 4 with a 6-1 record at number 7. LSU at number 8 with a 6-1 record. Clemson jumps up one spot as with a 6-1 record as the 9th team in the country, while Iowa State falls to 10th in a 7-0 record. Outside of the top 10, BYU 7-0, and they have a +2 after getting a big win against Oklahoma State, the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Notre Dame remains at 12 after their big win against Georgia Tech. The Hoosiers, with that big win against Nebraska, pushes up +3 with a 7-0 record to 13. Texas A&M, with that win, they remain at 14 with a 6-1 record, and their next opponent is LSU. That is the game a lot of people will keep an eye on once we get to week 9. Alabama was the biggest losers here as they had a -8. They will go down to 15 with a 5-2 record. Kansas State in a 6-1 record +1 at number 16. Boise State dropped to number 2, 5-1 record, of course, at 17 ranked. Now, this doesn't make sense because, yes, this team is still that good, and I think they're coming in the bye week. Missouri getting a big win against Auburn. They remain at 18. Actually, not Missouri. This is Ole Miss. I'm sorry. Ole Miss 5-2, and they are number 8. Sorry about that, Missouri. The Panthers of Pitt with the bye stay at night, go up +1 to 19. The Fighting Illini of Illinois go to 20 with +2 there. They're 6-1. I'm sorry. Missouri dropped to 2 spots at number 21 with a 6-1 record. SMU down on 1 as they ranked as 22 with a 6-1 record. And the last 3, Army at 23 with a 7-0 record. Navy undefeated with a 6-0 record +1. Ladies and gentlemen, the 25th team in the country is Vanderbilt. Who ever thought Vanderbilt would be ranked 25th in the AP poll? Surprise. Big surprise there. That is it for today. Of course, I will do my NFL updates tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. It is, of course, Monday. Of course, today is Sunday, but tomorrow, Monday night, has 2 games, so excited to see that unfold when the Ravens take on the Buccaneers on ABC and ESPN Plus at 8 p.m. And if you want to see the Chargers and Cardinals game, this Week 7 game finale, that will be on NFL Plus. It's exclusively on NFL Plus, so check that out. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.